Michael Hernandez here, MLH Media Uncensored here once again today to talk to another one of the Scrap Pack team members over there, Roger Severson. How's it going today, brother? AKA Rare Breed over there coming out of the Yay area. How's it going, my man?
Man, it's going good. Really, really blessed. You know, doing real good. Just got done with training. I actually left El Nino not too long ago, taking my little rest before I go and get some Muay Thai in. Uh, it's still those 2 days outside of camp, 2 days always.
And can you kind of bring us through that and being part of that El Nino team? Because I feel like a lot of people may not know this, but you're actually a part of Nobody MMA over there as well, which is another very prominent mixed martial arts gym now that's growing rapidly over there in the Fairfield 707 area. Can you kind of explain how it's been with your mixed martial arts journey? Because, I mean, being part of now two teams, which are two of them, I would say, rising crop over there in Northern California. Obviously, everyone knows about Scrap Pack, but now you got Houston Skybeck, Terrence Saturn, all those guys turning it up over there as well over there at Nobody MMA.
Yeah, I love them over there at Train for Life. I was with Train for Life. I'm from Vallejo, California, and so I started with Sonny and the Nobodies and everything. I love those guys, man. Great people, and with the Serronios too. You know what I mean. I did a lot of training with Bobby Serronio. Big Bobby was a major role as well in my upbringing in this fight game, in this fight community. Um, but yeah, so I trained out there. Ended up, pandemic happened after all that. Ended up not being in the best version of myself. You know what I mean? I can't say the pandemic did it to me because it was ultimately me. You know what I mean? That did it to me. Nobody else is responsible for what happens in my life except for me. But so I wasn't the best version of myself. Went and got some help. Ended up moving out to Pittsburgh. And I used to cross train when I was with nobody. My first amateur fight was actually with on Gilbert Melendez Day in Vallejo at Marine World
Wow,
against one of his guys. Yeah, I was with one
that's
of his
crazy
guys.
connection.
Yeah, and that was my first amateur fight. I'd only been training. It was like 3 months to the day, and I took my first amateur fight. And yeah. Anyways, but I used to cross train with Gil and everything, and I've always had a good rapport with him. Gil's just a super solid dude, you know. And then when I moved out to Pittsburgh. Um, I wasn't mobile at the time. I was training with Juan Casada out of the Waffle House. He's a black belt from El Nino. He's a veteran in the fight game and everything. So I was training grappling with him and doing Muay Thai with over at Combat Fitness with George Satsui. And then I needed somewhere to put it all together. And like Gil was my first thought, and Juan, I was, because I hold what Juan says dearly. We got a lot of the same morals and core values, and I really appreciate his input and stuff when it comes to this fight game. So I was just like, hey man, I'm thinking of like in this area, what's gonna be functional for me. I was like, it's yeah, like I feel like I want to go out to Scrap Pack, and I had been talking with Hyder Emil because I've been friends with Hyder for a long time, and even before I was, the pandemic happened, I was thinking about a transition as well. So and he was telling me, come on down, but I ended up going out there. I was Barton out there, every day from Pittsburgh. And just as soon as that first day, like Gil's such an amazing human being, bro. Like we just got to work right away. You know what I mean? And it's just it felt like home. I love his teaching style. I love him as a coach. You know what I mean? And just what he stands for. So, like same thing with Juan, man. Like Gil's got a lot of the same core values, and we speak the same language almost. You know what I mean? Like it's very easy to retain anything that he says. Uh, he puts it in a way that I understand, like quickly. Like I can download the information from him quickly. And then he does so much for the gym. He's highly involved in producing these killers, all the fighters out there and everything. from the Amis to their pros are just super, super successful. And I mean, just they're well rounded everywhere. And that's a product of what Gil's done in his career and all the knowledge and everything he's done and experiences he's had. And I admired that, inspired me, like, bro, like come up in here and work fucking hard. So it's like, I love being at El Nino because I'm surrounded not only by just like Gil, but all the other fighters. Like the the work ethic and everything like that is it's contagious, bro. And
Energy. It's the
yeah, man,
energy. Yeah.
energy is amazing, and I love it. Like I go in there and I'm inspired by somebody different every day. You know what I mean? And it's and not even fight stuff, life stuff, this, you know what I mean? This stuff, that stuff. You know what I mean? It's just a solid group of people. Like to me, like for me, it's like it's a community, right? And then what for community, it's like what is a community? Well, it's a group of people that have a common unity, right? And our common unity is fucking trying to be the best version of ourselves, coming in there and working our asses off, and making sure we were better than like the hour and a half or 2 hours that we got there. You know what I mean? Like I want to be better than I was when I stepped in this door, and every single time I feel like that's it. Like I feel accomplished when I'm in there. You know.
100%. No, and it definitely seems like that, especially with the aura that gym gives off, and just the way that you guys are able to support each other and be out there for one another at every single fight. I mean, damn, you guys were over there in Santa Cruz when you had your bout, and it just seemed like the support and the energy was just off the walls in there for anybody that was coming over there out of the El Nino HQ. Can you go into some of those core values and things that you just really seen in connection? I know you were saying, obviously Gil's been known for his ability to give back to the Bay Area and just in general give back to that gym as well. But could you speak into some maybe key events or just actions that you've seen that you're like, yeah, you know what? I want to tie myself and I want to align myself over here with Scrap Pack. I want to go ahead and keep on moving forward with this team because, like how you said, it was definitely a move for yourself having to take the BART. That's not like an easy journey. I know everyone that may think like, oh, just go into the train, but the BART's no easy. It's not an easy train to just go ahead and hop onto, man. You're having to go ahead and go out of your way to go ahead and go into a journey as well. So, what were some things that you were really seeing that you really were like, you know what? I got to go ahead and just sign the dotted line and come over here.
Just to be honest, it's just best way to carry a message is how you carry yourself, man. And Gil carries himself, and he's invested into this fight stuff, man. I mean, the proof's in the pudding. There's people in and out of the game, or doing it when it's just convenient, and like he's invested. He's all in, man. And like that's how I am. And that's why I've traveled the way. It's worth it to me. Like my willingness for this sport, there's nothing that I'm not willing to do. And that's, you know what I mean? He's honest, bro. Like just the integrity of it, you know what I mean? He's in there working with us, and he's open-minded. He's honest with us too. He's like, man, I don't even know about that. He'll tell us if he doesn't know something. He's like, man, we'll figure it out together though. You know what I mean?
It
Like,
sounds like a Gil thing to say. You can
yeah,
imagine Gil
you know
saying
what I'm
that.
saying? Like, he's so humble and he's so honest and he's genuine, man. And how he speaks and how he carries himself is him. It's not for he doesn't like. There's no other intentions behind it. He's him because because that's who he is, not because like, oh, let me, be cool for this so I can get this out of this person. Or he's never been like that, man. Uh I remember that when I fought his it's crazy because when I fought against his guy for my first amateur, I didn't see him for like a year and a half. And at the time, my second daughter was like a week overdue and everything. And I saw him like a year and a half later, and he was like, "Bro, what's up?" And like, remember me, Roger, what's up? How's it going, bro? I heard about your last fight, bro. How's the baby? Like, knew everything that was
Dang.
going on with me, bro. Like a year,
Yeah.
and I'm like in a like what? like Gilbert Melendez knows about what's
Yeah.
going on in my life. You know what I mean? But that's just who he is, bro. Like he's for the people. You know what I mean? He doesn't care. Like, don't come with no bullshit. Come in here and if you're for the fight game and you're for the common goal and stuff like that, he's messing with you. You know what I mean? Like he's just super solid dude, bro. Like I rare you rarely meet some people like that. So I feel like it's a super honor and privilege to be able to um, be able to learn under him and be in the share the same space. You know what I mean? Like, uh, I'm grateful for it, right? So grateful is the feeling, but gratitude is an action word. So what am I gonna do to show that I'm grateful for that? I'm gonna come in there and listen. I'm gonna shut the fuck up, and I'm gonna fucking work my ass off and do whatever's necessary, right? I don't matter, tired, energized, this, that, whatever, and just come in and be. A good training partner, a good student, a good just you know what I mean, all around. Um, Definitely fall into place because I mean, if I'm being honest, when I was with nobody or whatever, there was a point in time in my life where I wasn't that. You know what I mean? So, and that was a time in my life that I'm not uh, proud of, but it happened. You know what I mean? And so I've bounced back. I've accepted it and all that stuff. And you know what I mean. I'm out here just trying to be the best version that I can. Not you know what I mean for me. And then if I'm the best version for me, everybody around me will feel the benefits of me pouring into me, right? Because if I'm doing it for other reasons, it's not going to come out right.
And it definitely seems like you got the right initiative and the right kind of goal behind yourself, and it seems like everything is starting to come up a little bit more and a little bit more rare breed, and especially in this last bout against Corvon Allen. I mean, like how we were discussing before on the call. I mean the unanimous decision call on the card. I feel like it was a little bit a very close fight to call. Can you kind of go into it now, watching it back, having some time to reflect on the bout and what you took away from it and what you kind of feel went down on there? Because I feel like there was a lot of initial breakdowns in that fight that were very, very close. And I don't know, that was just me watching it obviously from the press table. Haven't got the chance to watch it back yet myself, but definitely in the moment was seeming very, very close.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I honestly, I mean, I feel like we won. It wasn't like we just did enough to win. I felt like we won. The takedowns he did get, I ended up on top. I had takedowns of my own. The striking, I did the only striking. So I mean, like I said, I could feel that way. Of course, I'm always gonna feel that way. But I also, like I said, I also had a lot more in the tank, right? I had a lot more to give. So, and that's on me as a veteran in this game, right? I need to pull out what I want from my opponent, right? Because it didn't really go how the game plan. We worked it, we worked the game plan, but I could have pulled it more out of him. And every single time I did do it, we capitalized on it. So like I said, am I happy with the outcome? Of course not. You know what I mean? But me having an opinion about it doesn't change the results of it, right? The results are the results. Um, I came out of it undamaged. And that's more of a me thing, right? I'm mad at me more than like the decision, right? I'm more mad at me. I can't control what those judges saw. I did my job. I went out there and fought, but I could have fought. I could have put it on him more. So, and like I said, that's a me thing. That's not a them thing. I can't. If I can't complain about the consequences without sitting there being upset at the actions, where the actions were what I was in control of. The consequences is leaving it into the judge's hands, or not pushing the pace on him. You know what I mean? I'll take accountability for my cage general, being a cage general or whatever. I felt like I did it well enough, and I felt like we won. We watched it over a couple times, and just between strike on takedowns and then advantage points, almost finished him with a guillotine. Took it back twice, I think, if I do remember, but and then none of that ever happened to me. So it's like but the thing, I don't know if outside things play into it, and I'm not even thinking about that. It's in the past. We already moved on, right? Like I said, if you wanted to run it back, we will run that, whatever. If not, then it's all good. Then I'll run it. I'm on to the next. Like I said, um, I was just grateful for the experience. Grateful for the. That was my first one in a year. So I'm trying to be super active, trying to get super active. Like I would love to have two more before the end of the year.
Any chance we see you on that December card over there, Tech CU Arena, San Jose Fight Night?
I don't. Hey, I'm not. I'm just the actor, man. There's many other people that are the directors, bro. I just do what you know what I mean. I keep on going in there and being a good teammate and a good training partner. I'm not. I'm just in the moment, right? Trying to the ones that are on there. I'm trying to be the best teammate that I can for them. Show up every day, be consistent. When my teammates are in camp, I'm in camp, right? So. Like right before my fight, I was in camp with Hyder for his. You know what I mean? We spent a lot of time together, and then rolled straight into my camp. It was I just can keep on doing the things I'm supposed to be doing, and all the rest of the different variables, they'll handle themselves. You know what I mean? Like I'm doing what's the right thing to do. Or the right thing to do is show up. Be positive and work hard with my team, and make the team better overall. You know what I mean? Trying to you know like elite, just be the biggest impact that I can. You know what I mean? Like make an impact in my life, and hopefully that I'm making such an impact in my life with all the training and everything that it impacts other people's lives. You know what I mean? And that's the people that are directly around me, like all the Scrap Pack. We got a squad over there, man, and I'm super super grateful that there's a lot of great stuff coming for these guys and girls.
You have a lot of risers over there, and like how I was just on the call with Skyshin the other day, speaking a little bit
Okay.
about everything, and he kind of told me, he said same energy, same environment that you were just detailing right now, and then I mean you have Armando, you have so many
Antonio.
guys over there. Antonio Vasquez making his professional debut. You then have
We got
Kyle Clark making his
They
debut. You
killers,
then
bro.
it's crazy to kind of
Yeah,
like how you
Logan
stated.
Diaz is a bro. I'm telling you, Logan Diaz is one of the most exciting fighters too, bro. He's gonna be fighting Muay Thai on that card too. He's a killer, bro. Like I love watching that kid. He's so super. All these guys are young, super young, man. Like
No, and that's the craziest part. It's like how you're saying. It's like yeah, like there's the guys that have been there and like guys that have been in this game, but now you have these guys that are like the new young bloods coming in, and it's crazy that it's all in the same group. It's a big old melting pot. It's almost similar to like it's like a perfect representation of the Bay Area, I would say, because
yeah,
you have so many different cultures, so many different energies coming into that gym, and it's all aligned under kind of neath like how you've been stating, just one goal of kind of bettering each other. So it's great to see you as well saying that because obviously hearing the same from Skyshin as well yesterday.
yeah, man. It really is. Like I said, that's that common unity, man. It's I've spent a lot of time in my life being selfish and self-centered when it comes to this fighting because you have to, right? Uh,
The
but at
yin
the
and yang, the classic yin and yang, the
yeah,
battle.
yeah, but it's like it's not about that, man. You know what I mean? Like when as I'm getting more seasoned, and I mean I've been doing this almost 12 years now, so been fighting for 12, yeah. And it's like you start to just see stuff differently, bro. And like I said, it's more fulfilling this way. And the thing is like rather if I'm selfish about it or if I'm selfless about it, I'm still getting better, bro. Like these guys are young, man. Like I'm 41, man. So like I like these guys push me. Like I'm for sure push like, but you know what I mean? Like they push I push a pace, they push a pace, and it's man, it's a beautiful thing watching it on a daily, like on the daily, getting to watch this on the daily. Like if you could be in the gym, when like seeing our practices, it's wild, man. It's good stuff. It's a lot of good stuff going on there. And that's all coming from the generals. You know what I mean? That's Gil and Kerry. You know what I mean? That they both go in there and they lead great by example, and then the whole coaching staff over there that they got. Is just really in tune to detail and making sure that everybody is well prepared and what was. I've got Hyro with the Escobar boxing. I've never had anybody on the mitts like that guy.
He's a
Uh,
legend, man. He's something crazy on the mitts. Like his combos, the way that he's able to coordinate with some of you guys, and just I've seen his clips, and I think I'm gonna have to throw one in here because it just doesn't do it justice by us just talking about it. But he will, if you guys like are watching it as I'm speaking about it, have little girls even little boys doing 30 punch combos, just da 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 da, and fast, and not only fast but efficient as well, to where it there like yeah, like how you said, the Escobar boxing just on a whole different level over there on the 415, man. He's insane.
yeah. No, definitely, and then that stuff comes out, man. Like the way he has you training, it retains really, really well, and it will just come out naturally because we're the way we hit him and everything like that. So, yeah, we got him, Coach BB. They got a star-studded, cast over there, and it's just all hats. So we just, you know what I mean. Hats off to them. You know what I mean. Like me, myself, or any of the other people at the gym. I feel like we're just products of our environment. You know what I mean. And it's a super healthy environment, and it's super just like. It's so much knowledge in one room, and then just the work ethic, like the grind and everything, and you'll see it in how everybody fights. Everybody's going on a tear right now, and it's beautiful. And then we haven't even seen our best days yet. Like you know what I mean? Like that's the best part about it. And it's like it's just gonna get better. And I love that about that place, man. Super super. Like I said, super grateful about it.
As we get to the kind of ending part of this call here, was there anybody that you wanted to thank in particular for the lead up, not only to this last bout, but in general? Just like I know you've been having obviously high praises for the likes of everybody over there in terms of the scrap pack, the coaching staff, and everything. But you've also mentioned a couple of names in terms of the teammates over there that you've had. You know, you've had the Hyder Mills of the world. You've had obviously Israel Delgado just on that last card with you over there for LFA. Did you have anybody in particular that you really wanted to thank in this last kind of minute or in this closing segment here today that really has just been a big supplement to Mr. Rare Deed Roger Severson?
I mean, of course, Hyder, man. I spent a lot of time with Hyder. We're close to the same weight class, and he's super knowledgeable, man. He's super selfless, you know. But we get tons of people over there that are coming in and training. You got like Gaston Bolanos coming over there. Everyone, you get people just popping in, not like nonstop. And I'm grateful for it, like for the interactions, right? But Izzy was huge on the last thing up. Also, like I train Muay Thai and I teach over at Combat Fitness with George Satsui, like I mentioned. They were a big help during this whole process and during the whole process of everything since I made the comeback to combat sports. But Marcus MB Doodle, like I know you know him.
Yeah,
That
Mark's
guy's
the
just
man.
that dude is the fuck. That guy's the hardest worker. I like if he was a fighter, he'd be a champion already. Like that's how hard he works. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
he is. He's a different type of breed, man. Like I'm not even trying to make a play on the nickname or anything like that for yourself, man. But man, Marcus, he definitely puts in a lot of work for not only Scrap Pack, but in terms of mixed martial arts in the Bay Area and just Northern California alone. I mean, he's everywhere with you guys, and then just in other events. Like, I mean, he's stopped by A1 Combat sometimes and just been like, "Hey, Mike, what's up?" Like, he didn't even have anybody on the card. So, a true supporter of mixed martial arts through and through, like how you've been saying, man. Like, it's crazy.
100%, man. Like I said, the unsung heroes. You know what I mean? I definitely that's part of the part of walking into the to the gym and being inspired, right? I find somebody every day like Marcus. He inspires me, man. Like, oh, you know what I mean? Like, look at this guy. You know, like he's that. Like that's the type of like. There's a bar there. Doesn't matter if you're a fighter, a coach, if you're doing the media or whatever, and the bar is set, like, and it's and everybody rises to the occasion, right? And that's the dopest thing about it. Like, there's a bar set, and everybody gets to that bar and then tries to pass that bar, right? Everybody's giving their full effort, not only into themselves but into everybody that's around them, into the community. And like I said, I'm super grateful for it. You know, but like I said, combat fitness. I had a bunch of sponsors last time. Backpack Boys, um, veganism. I mean, there's tons of people at Livermore Barbershop. There's so many people that have been in the that's been a part of my journey, right? Uh, I'm not one of those people who are like, yeah, I did this all by myself. Fuck no. not, not even close, bro. Like, not even close, you know. Like I'm definitely. I mean, if I had to list a bunch of people that were part of this, um, it would go on forever because I don't like to give a credit to myself, right? Like I just show up and then and do what's, you know what I mean, what I'm told, or what's around. Just like I show up to these places and just tell them like, hey, this is what I want to do, right? And I'm willing to do whatever. And then there's so many people that help me get there, right? And all I have to do is what I love. Like, so I really don't have to really, like, I don't get no kudos for that. I'm just doing what I love. But there's people out there that are taking time, efforts, all that stuff. So there's so many people that play a part in this, man. And I can't take no credit for any of it. All I can just sit back and be grateful, bro. That's it. As I can just sit back and cherish the people that are in my lives and sharing spaces with me, and that's it.
You made a reference earlier. I think you summed it up best. You said, "I'm just merely an actor, and everybody else around me is kind of directors." And William Shakespeare, has a really famous quote. One of his soliloquies. He says, "The whole world's a stage, and merely everyone's a player," meaning that merely everyone in it's just simply an actor in this big old life of play that we have. And I think that everyone plays their own part in this game, and I definitely think that Mr. Rarebead has played a big part in helping further mixed martial arts in his own way. And I think that the game definitely owes you a lot of love, my man. Thank you so much for joining the program here today, my brother. Michael Hernandez, MLH Media, Uncensored here, signing out with the guy, formerly Mr. 707 over there, Roger Severson, now in the 415. Thank you so much for your time today, my brother.